From Delaware's most award-winning radio news team, this is WDEL Video News. Here's Melanie Armstrong.
Among Delaware's top stories for Wednesday, April 2nd, a task force recommends 2 school districts instead of 4 in Wilmington. And what is life like for a child in Wilmington? And now the details. A task force recommends cutting the number of school districts in Wilmington. We get the details from WDEL's Erica Gudetti.
The Education Task Force is recommending that the General Assembly divide Wilmington into 2 school districts instead of the 4 it is split into now. City Council President and Task Force member Ted Blunt says the task force wants to help the children of Wilmington.
Well, I think the ultimate goal that the committee has is just to make sure that that the youngsters in Wilmington get an equity education, not an equal education. Equity meaning that for those youngsters that need more additional resources, that those resources would be there to assist those youngsters. Based on the information that's available, for instance, the dropout rate, the number of students that attend school on an average daily basis, to make sure that youngsters can attend summer school that need to attend summer school. For those youngsters that might have an interest in going to college, to make sure that there are appropriate college opportunities for them. And the other thing that we're hoping that would come out of the report is some way in which to look at how do you staff a city school appropriately to meet the needs of the youngsters. Is the current staffing alignment out of line? Should it be a different staffing format? Those are some of the things that we would be looking at.
In 2000, the General Assembly passed the Neighborhood Schools Act, ordering districts to assign students to schools closer to their home. Darius Brown, a Wilmington resident and Christina graduate, said that he had to travel to Newark every day and it wasn't always easy.
You wake up early, you're taking bus rides to another area in the county. You're going from Wilmington to Newark. It's a different environment, different learning environment, which has its pros and its cons. Earlier on for me, it was not as easy as it was later on, traveling back and forth from Wilmington to Newark for my early education. But however, I think there's pros and cons to both, but I think that it's essential that we support the Neighborhood Schools Act. We're not trying to segregate or desegregate students from Wilmington to Newark, but it's looking at how we can effectively educate our children.
Wilmington was split into 4 districts because of the court-ordered desegregation plan in 1981.
There was some good news and some work to be done regarding children living in Wilmington. More from WDEL's Carl Konevsky.
Terry Schooley, project director for Kids Count Delaware and member of the State House of Representatives, released the 5th edition of the Wilmington Kids Count Fact Book. Schooley says the numbers show there's still a way to go to give the city's kids what they need, but a lot has been accomplished.
For the first time, we have something to smile about. We've seen teen birth rates decreasing. More and more women are receiving prenatal care. The juvenile crime rate is lower than the state rate. More kids are in advanced placement courses. More and more kids are in early care and education programs. This is good news for the city.
Schooley says while infant mortality stabilizes, the percentage of low birth weight babies remains on the rise, and 34% of the city's 20,000 children live in poverty, something that just starts the ball rolling.
When kids live in poverty, it affects so many things that go on with them. Their likelihood of completing school, they get sicker more often, they miss school, they're more susceptible to unsafe neighborhoods. It's just not a good thing for kids to be growing up in poverty.
Reporting from Wilmington, I'm Carl Konevsky, 1150 AM, WDEL.
Still ahead, green groups say no to a gas substitute. WDEL News continues in a moment.
Wilmington University now offers the Doctor of Business Administration program. This advanced degree is designed to enhance leadership and managerial skills. Applications for fall semester are being accepted now, so visit us at wilmu.edu/business or call 877-967-5464. Wilmington University, your life, your time, your education.
Delmarva Broadcasting and DelmarvaJobs.com host the second annual area-wide virtual job fair presented by the Winter Automotive Group. This 2-week-long interactive event lets you browse through hundreds of job listings from dozens of companies, and you can apply immediately online. Companies like Halpern Associates, Tilcon, and HostMySite.com. For more information on exhibiting at the Delmarva Virtual Job Fair, visit DelmarvaJobs.com right now. The Delmarva Virtual Job Fair only at DelmarvaJobs.com.
Two environmental groups are suing to keep the Delaware City refinery from making a natural gas substitute. The Sierra Club and Louisiana Environmental Action Network says the EPA hasn't studied the risks and pollution consequences. The refinery plans to use waste products to make the synthetic natural gas. The groups say the materials can be laced with toxic chemicals, although the refinery says it doesn't plan to burn such wastes. Senator Biden is holding hearings this week on the situation in Iraq. He says he wants answers to two questions about the Bush administration's Iraq policy.
The first is, what has the surge accomplished? And the second is, where do we go from here? Both in terms of not just the tactical question of U.S. force levels, but in a policy.
Public hearings are set for today and tomorrow. The Phils take action after some bad pitching. WDEL Sports and AccuWeather are coming up.
When it comes to flooring, great style doesn't have to be expensive, especially when you shop at Carpet One Floor & Home. Our 1,000-store buying power gives you the best prices on hardwood, carpet, tile, laminate, and more, including brands you'll find exclusively at Carpet One Floor & Home, like Liz Claiborne Home, Good Housekeeping with Resista, and Lee's, all with guaranteed installation and no payments for 1 year. See how easy it is to find your perfect style. Shop in store, online, or in-home, only at Carpet One Floor & Home.
I'm Peter MacArthur.
I'm Melanie Armstrong, and here are Delaware's top stories at the top of the hour.
The most complete coverage of the news that matters in Delaware. Every weekday morning, 5:30 till 9 on 1150 AM WDEL.
In WDEL Sports, it only took one bad pitching outing for the Phillies to make a roster move. While the Phillies haven't officially announced it yet, an inside source says the Phils have agreed to a contract with 39-year-old reliever Rudy Cianez. Cianez was released by the Dodgers last week after spending parts of 3 seasons with Los Angeles. He was 6-3 with a 3.79 ERA and a career-high 73 games last year with the Dodgers. The Phillies will need to make a roster move to add Cianez. Phils will try to get their first win of the season tonight when they host the Washington Nationals in Game 2 of their 3-game series. The Phillies will send Cole Hamels to the mound. The Nationals will counter with Tim Redding. You can hear the game on WDEL starting at 6:30 with pregame coverage. Lou Williams hit 3 baskets in the final 3 minutes 47 seconds to lift the Sixers to a 108-99 win over the New Jersey Nets. Andre Miller led the Sixers with 24 points, 11 assists, and 5 rebounds. Andre Iguodala chipped in with 17 points, 10 assists, and 6 rebounds, while Samuel Dalembert had 15 points, 13 rebounds, and 5 blocks. The Sixers have won 20 of their last 27. The Flyers are expected to get center R.J. Umberger back tonight when they take on the Pittsburgh Penguins. Umberger has missed the last 6 games with a sprained left knee. He has 6 of his 12 goals this season against his hometown team. Your WDEL Delaware AccuWeather forecast: sunny and windy today, the high 56. Clear to partly cloudy tonight, the low 27. Tomorrow, sunshine followed by clouds, the high 56. Friday, cloudy with some rain, the high 64. Get news updates throughout the day, Delaware's top stories at the top of the hour on 1150 AM, and get WDEL News text alerts sent to your cell phone. Sign up at WDEL.com. I'm Melanie Armstrong. Thanks for watching.